Hello and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. What a sexy angle. Safety first, got my seatbelt on. Today is Friday. I've just finished work. I'm in the car park at work. That's what all this lovely scenery is. And it's Friday. And this weekend, I've got plans. I've got plans to read 24 hours in a weekend period. Now, this video has been mainly inspired by Emma over at Drinking by My Shelf. We'll link her channel down below. She does a lot of reading vlogs where she sort of like reads for a certain amount of time. And I was like, I could never manage a 24-hour readathon, but I could manage it in a weekend. So the plan is, and I'm going to time myself as the weekend goes by, and I'm going to plan to read 24 hours in this here weekend. So the weekend for me has started. It's 4:30 on Friday. I've just finished work and I'm about to listen to an audiobook on the way to the supermarket because I've got to go and get the stuff for dinner, get petrol, etc. So I'm going to be listening to a book then. And then it's going to end Sunday night. So by the point I go to sleep on Sunday, so whatever time that may be. I'm really excited to do this. I've really got high hopes for it. I sort of want to get maybe 6 hours in today. Is that even possible? Yeah, that is possible. 6-ish hours in today and then 8 hours in tomorrow and Sunday. But yeah, so I'm just about to start listening. Well, no, I'm not just about to start listening. I'm just about to finish listening to the audiobook, and I literally mean I am just about to finish listening to. I've got 20 minutes left. I don't even think I have. I think I've got 1 minute 42 seconds left. Oh god. Of Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reid. Which I started listening to because I thought it was going to be on the Women's Prize long list. Now it wasn't, but I have really loved it, and as the book's gone on and on, I've really enjoyed it. So I feel like, I don't know if it's a 5-star, but it's definitely like a 4.5. I feel like it'd be really great for book clubs. There's so much to talk about in there, but it's a really great book. So once that's finished, which is going to happen on the way to the supermarket, the next audiobook I've got lined up is Actress by Anne Enright. So that is a book on the long list for the Women's Prize. And also because I've been sort of because I've been taking part in the Irish Readathon, it's also written by an Irish author, so I feel like that book is ticking both my boxes: Irish Readathon author and Women's Prize for Fiction long list. So I'm going to start listening to that. Now that's 8 hours and 4 minutes, so I imagine at some point this weekend I will finish that, and then I'm out of Audible credits, and I think I'm going to buy myself 3, which is something I've never done before. I've only ever gone with my like subscription, so every time I get one on the 19th of the month, I get a new audiobook. But I was thinking, I think I'm going to buy myself 3 because there's 3 more of the long list that I want to listen to on Audible. So I think I'm going to do that. So yeah, hopefully this will be sort of like a reading vlog and seeing what I'm up to vlog, and hopefully a few little like book reviews really, because I'm going to be hopefully finishing a few books this weekend. So anyway, better get this on, plug that in, can't do that one-handed, and get myself to the supermarket. Bye! So let's start the timer, because I'm about to start my book. Let's do it.
This is Audible.
Yay! Another car angle, just made it to the supermarket, and actually I've got my headphones with me. So while I'm browsing the supermarket buying my dinnery items, such of which include things like halloumi, 1 carrot, 250 grams of red cabbage, deodorant, I can listen on my headphones. So I'm going to carry on listening to Actress by Anne Enright, which I'm very much enjoying. It's very conversational, very conversational. She's talking at you about her mother, and I'm really enjoying it. It's Anne Enright who's written the book, is actually narrating the audiobook as well, so it's really exciting. So really enjoying that. So I feel like I've got 2 really good audiobooks back to back. So pleased with myself. But yeah, let's get these in my ears and then let's get out shopping.
Blouse in dark purple and dark green. I am wearing a kiss curl and a perfect dummy replica of my mother's "get me out of here" smile. Apart from her ability to tilt her head for the camera, it's just so...
Pick David up! Sometimes the stars align. Today they've aligned very nicely because I'm picking you up in the light. David gets the coach into London, and sometimes that coach and my leaving work coincide, so I'm able to pick you up from a really sexy, lovely...
My boss has called it the worst service station ever.
The worst service station ever.
We've stopped at a lot of them in the UK.
So sometimes I'm able to pick you up here, which I've just done. So I've gone and done the shopping, and very exciting. Now I've picked you up. I've done an hour's reading already.
Well done.
Since leaving work, listening to the audiobook. David's bought a bath bomb, so we're going to have a bath tonight, which would be nice. But should we go home then?
Yeah, go on then.
But kiss me to say go.
Go.
I'm home! And I'm in the bathroom! That's what the echo is. I don't know if there is an echo. I'm home. I read, well, I've almost read an hour already, so which is exciting. So I've read 58 minutes so far of audiobook, so feeling very pleased with myself. About to get in the bath. David, cutie, today bought the Love Boat 19 bath bomb, which smells lovely and looks like this little bath. Look at this little boat. It's yellow on the bottom. It looks like it's got heart confetti or something in it. And then it's got a little heart on top. So I'm going to have that and take my makeup off, and then back in the mo. I am currently about to finish Edna O'Brien's Girl. I'm on page 178 and there's 220 something, so I've got about 50 pages left. So I'm probably going to finish that in the bath, and then after that I'll go straight back to listening to Anne Enright, Actress. This, it is, yeah, that's how I feel about it. It is such a hard opener. It's about a group of girls, one girl in particular, but a group of girls that get abducted from their school in Nigeria and married into Boko Haram. And it is just, it's got so much violence and sexual assault and cruelty and like misery in there. And then she escapes, and then you sort of find her, you follow her trying to find out if she can love again and if she can trust again and stuff. And it's just, I really don't know how I feel about it, because it's so sad. It's written in a really interesting way that, like, the first few, like when it's all urgent and they're being abducted and they're sort of like initiation into Boko Haram and marrying into that, the sentences are so short, and there's just so much, there's just so many awful things that happen in this book. But yeah, there's just so many, that's how I feel about it when I think about it. I just think there's just so many awful things in this. So I'm going to finish it now, and then I'm going to start listening to a little bit more of Actress, and then David's going to jump in the bath and I'm going to read a bit on the sofa. David's making dinner tonight, which will enable me to have a little bit more reading time, which is very exciting. I think the evening is just basically going to be spent on the sofa reading, in bed reading, deep fried halloumi, chips and coleslaw for dinner tonight. Excited about that. And yeah, I suppose I better go and get in the bath now. Maybe. Can't turn it off. There's a boat. Smells lovely. Hey, pink face time. I've actually finished 2 books. Well, because I finished Such a Fun Age on the way home from work. I literally had like 1 minute 43 of that to read. And then I've just finished Girl by Edna O'Brien. Yeah, I just got thoughts about Girl, because it's traumatic and horrific the whole way through. The whole book is about trauma and awful situations. I was going to say a bit like this lighting situation, but let me tell you, no. Yeah, it's jolting. The writing is written in short staccato sentences that sort of, you never fully feel comfortable when reading it, and I didn't feel comfortable the whole way through, because of the content, because of the way it's written, because of the fact it's written by a woman who hasn't experienced these experiences. And yeah, I still don't know how I feel about it. So if you've got thoughts on Girl by Edna O'Brien, please let me know. But I said David's cooking dinner. He is cooking dinner. This is what we're having. We're having southern fried halloumi, wedges and slaw. Now this is from Gusto, that we've cooked this before, but we've actually bought the stuff to make it tonight because it was so delicious, and he's asked me to make the slaw. So I'm going to put on a little bit more of my audiobook, and I've read, let's have a look, I've read for an hour, 37 minutes, 36 seconds and 0.56 seconds so far. My longest sprint being 38 minutes, that was while I was in the bath. But I'm now going to put on a bit more of my audiobook and
Stills up to read
crack on.
Tonight.
Let's do it.
Only Ireland's greatest actor, Anya McMaster, plays off. The wonder of it is that they arrived at the right time. In 1940, for example, the company managed is a highly technical style and all.
So slaw made. It's delicious, really nice. And I'm going to crack on with a new book. David's still in the bath, and then when he gets out he's going to start on dinner. He's having a beer in the bath. Who on earth does he think he is? I'm going to now start Red at the Bone by Jacqueline Woodson. Another women's prize long list book. I got this out from the library today, and I know from previous experience that when a book goes on a list, a literary prize list, then the old reservations ramp up. So I know I'm not going to be able to renew this anymore, so I'm going to start it. Actually, it's really short. I'm not even sure it's 200 pages. It is 186 pages. So yeah, so I'm going to give this a go, and I actually watched Mercedes review this today, and she really enjoyed it, so hopefully I will enjoy it as well. So yeah, and I'm under my blanket, and it's all cozy time, and I can't wait for my dinner. Look at this dinner delight he's made me. Halloumi, slaw, wedges, and we're about to watch a bit of This Country. We're on season 2 of it. We've been very much enjoying it, haven't we, David?
You have.
Nice. Chomp, chomp, chomp. You a bit lonely with me reading all the time?
No.
You're all right.
Because you're here.
Love you. Hello, Minty. You're a pretty girl, aren't you? You do look a bit pissed off. So, I've just got into bed. We watched another episode of This Country because it was so good, and normally they're like 23 minutes long, and this one was 46 minutes, so lost a bit of time. It's currently 10 to 10, and I've read, one moment please, got to look, put on my phone. I've read for 2 hours 38 minutes, so I definitely want that to be at least 4 hours, so I've got an hour and 20 minutes to read at the very least, so I'm going to crack on, carrying on with Jacqueline Woodson's Red at the Bone. We're just reading together, aren't we, Minty? Aren't we, Bear? We're cute, aren't we? You're getting Minnie's clothes up. She's so cute. I've just finished another book. I've just finished Red at the Bone by Jacqueline Woodson. I mean, it was a short go anyway, but yeah, I basically just sat and read it all. Enjoyed it. It's a sort of family history told through the perspective of a family, different people in a family. You start at a coming of age party for the youngest of the family, Melody, and then you go back and hear about how Melody's parents met and how Melody's grandparents met, and the sort of history and things like that. There's a lot to do with race in there, and yeah, thought it was really good, really well pulled together, and enjoyed the writing. Yeah, I thought it was good. Now, David, it's time to go to bed, isn't it, David? And also, Minnie's been a bit of a naughty girl because she actually attacked Mummy earlier, unprovoked. There I am, hiya. So yeah, so they're going to bed now. I've still got, how long? Well, I wanted to do 4 hours tonight, so I've still got 13 minutes. So I'll probably go and pick up another book. In fact, I'll go and do that now. So I've gone and picked up the next book that I've got on the women's prize long list. I got this out from the library, and as I said, I know they're going to be needed back eventually, so it's probably best that I read my library books first. This is Fleishman is in Trouble, bit bigger than the last one, and actually look how much bloody, look at the font is tiny and all over the sodding page. As you would expect in a book, and it's almost 400 pages long. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on with this. As I said, I've only got 13 minutes left, so I'm gonna crack on with this. I will say night now because David's going to sleep now, and I don't want to wake him up in a minute. And I'll see you in the morning because it's Parkrun tomorrow morning, and I'm planning on, and I don't know how this is going to work out. Ordinarily, when I do Parkrun, I listen to music, but tomorrow I'm planning on doing Parkrun and listening to an audiobook. The audiobook that I'm listening to, Actress, at the moment. So I'm going to see how I get on with running and listening to an audiobook. So I'll probably see you tomorrow morning with this face and this nightie. Night. Good morning. It's 7:25. Well done, me. Oh, I've left my book all the way down here. Can I get it? Parkrun this morning, 9 o'clock, but we have to leave here about 8:30, maybe even before 8:30, really. So it's almost 7:30 now, so I'm thinking I can maybe fit in about half hour before I have to get ready. David made himself a cup of tea this morning, didn't make me one.
Right, that's because you was asleep.
I wasn't asleep, I just looked like I was asleep.
Oh, I am sorry.
Cheeky, isn't he? So yeah, so I'm going to crack out another 15 minutes of Fleishman is in Trouble. I read 13 pages of this last night. It seems okay. A lot from the male perspective, which obviously is a surprise for a book that is long-listed for the Women's Prize. But let's crack on because it's quite big. So if I'm planning on finishing it for the weekend, work needs to be done on it. So let's read it now. Here we go, walking down to the beach for Parkrun. Parkrun's very excited. If you're in the UK, I'm sure you've heard of Parkrun, but it's an event which is run free every Saturday, where it's a free 5k, and you get to run 5k, or in my case, walk 5k. David doesn't run it. He goes, what do you do, David?
I have a little walk and listen to the audio.
He has a little walk, listens to his audiobook.
He's not a cat.
And and cheers me on, which is lovely. So yeah, so going to listen to my audiobook whilst I'm running today. I don't know how well that's going to work because I'm used to running to music, so I'll give it a go, and if it doesn't work I'll revert to music, but I'm not missing out on any reading time because I'm still getting some reading on even though I'm down the beach. So I've done about an hour this morning of both reading Fleishman's in Trouble and listening to Actress. And yeah, it's 8:30 on the way down for a bit of Parkrun. Lovely Saturday. It's lovely and bright as well. Easy.
I can do it backwards.
Home from Parkrun. I don't know what I've done it in. I don't think it was any better than my normal Parkrun. I've only ever done it in 40, like the lowest I've ever done it is in 43 minutes something. I'm just seeing if the results are in. It's too early, I think, for the results to be in. But yeah, I really pushed myself. No, it's not back yet. I really pushed myself, but I think because I was listening to my audiobook, and it wasn't music like I'm normally listening to, you could sort of push yourself to the beat a little bit more. Although I did run much more than I normally would. So just home now, David's making some eggy bread, and I'm going to sit and read a little bit more of Fleishman is in Trouble before I get into the shower and continue listening to my audiobook. Not loving my audiobook, guys. Listen to Actress by Anne Enright. It's just a bit much. There's lots of characters. It's a bit like Milkman in its delivery. Sort of, it's very conversational and like someone's talking at you, and if you miss like even a second, then you've then I sort of can't really place where I am in the story and who's who. There's lots of characters and things like that. I don't feel like I'm enjoying it very much, but I will continue. But yeah, that's how I feel about it. So anyway, I'm going to do a bit more reading. I've done 5.5 hours reading so far this weekend, so I don't really know what I'm targeted to be at this time, but I'd like to have done 14 hours by the time today is over. So I've only got 8 hours to do tomorrow. 10 hours to do tomorrow. God no, I need to be on, maybe I'd like to be on 15 hours by the end of today. What a task.
At her, or her agent Eddie's request, they brought the same cinematographer from Cairo, Lazam.
That's right. I'm listening to my audiobook in the shower. I'm reading. My mum and dad popped by. They stayed for bloody ages, so I haven't had a chance to do much reading. I was actually in the middle of drying my hair when they arrived. So I need to really, really crack a lack on because I've only done 6 hours 44 and it's 1:30 now, so get reading. Oh, lunchtime. David's just got back. I've got a plate of carrot, cucumber, bit of feta bread, and a pea dip. I can't believe how long, like, it's now nearly 4 o'clock and I've read for 8 hours 50 minutes. I honestly thought this weekend was going to be a breeze. I thought, I read loads at the weekend anyway. Reading 24 hours in the space of a weekend will be absolutely fine. I don't think I'm going to do it. Hi, David. I don't think I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep going for it. I mean, David's feeling a bit left out at the moment, aren't you? Because I'm not really talking to you very much. But I have got something we can do together.
Watch a film?
No, no films. But I want us to read this picture book together.
Is it long?
No, it's a short one. Can you just hold that while I get it out? Oh no, I think it'll be okay.
You're doing it, you're doing it. Oh,
it's called Here We Are, Notes for Living on Planet Earth by Oliver Jeffers. Maybe we could read that together.
Alright.
It's very cute, look. Oh, I can't show you anything.
Oh, that is cool.
So yeah, so we'll read that together. But yeah, I'm currently just about to eat lunch, and I'm still plodding through. I'm not actually hating this. When I started it, I thought I'm not going to enjoy this at all, but actually I'm quite into it, particularly because it's from the perspective of a male, which I'm not normally that into. Also, I like it because it's a I can just put it on the desk and it just lays open. So now I've got hands free to go crudité mad. Oh, bye. Yeah, so I'm not actually hating it. So I don't think I'll get this done today because I'm on page 163 of 360 something, I think. Yeah, so I'm still like 200 pages away from the end. I don't think I'll get it done today. But my audiobook's got 4 hours left and I'm cooking dinner tonight, so I'm going to listen to the audiobook as I'm doing that. Also going to have a bath, do a bit more reading. So, yeah, better crack on, I guess, if I've only done 8 hours 50. I just can't believe how long this is all taking me, David. Can you?
No.
What's he got? What is it? Mini egg. We are now, David, I've very much been neglecting you this weekend, and it's not finished yet because I'm not even on 10 hours, so I've still got another 14 hours to do.
14 more hours of loneliness.
But I thought, oh, you smell lovely.
Thank you.
Your whole being smells lovely.
Yeah.
I thought we'd take a bit of time out just to read together Here We Are by Oliver Jeffers, which Oliver Jeffers is a Northern Irish author and illustrator, and I'm reading this for the Irish Readathon because the prompt was, I feel like that's too high.
Yeah, it's
Come
quite
down,
high,
come
isn't it?
down.
Come down.
The prompt was to read a book under 150 pages. So shall we do this? Shall I read a page then you read a page?
You just read it all, I'd just like to listen to you. It's nice to hear you talk.
Rather than sit in silence reading. Our solar system, one of trillions. Here we are, the sun. We enjoyed it, didn't we?
We did.
It's very, very cute. It's got really cute little illustrations and like little funny bits. And yeah, I really liked it. I really, really liked it.
Cute.
Lovely.
Very cute.
What are you doing now?
Sleeping.
I'm snoozing. No more snoozing. I've got to do more reading.
Oh, have you?
I'm going to get under the blanket.
Alright.
It's night time again. I'm cooking dinner. It's my turn to cook dinner, which means good because it means I get to listen to quite a lot of my audiobook. I've got about 3 hours left of it now. 3 hours 2 minutes in fact, so that shan't be long until we're done. Tonight, I keep dropping the camera. Tonight, I don't know if you've seen my video, I did a video where I talked about 10 things I wanted to do in 10 months. And one of those things being I wanted to cook from these cookbooks which are here, and also these cookbooks, 2 of these cookbooks. These are cookbooks that I got either for birthdays or I've asked for and I've been so desperate for, so excited about, and then not cooked anything from them. So there's 8 of them, and I wanted to cook from at least 1 thing from all of them by the end of the year. Well, I'm cooking 2 things from, well 2 things, one from 2 different books tonight. So tonight we're having gunpowder to potatoes with which is from Dishoom. God, I love Dishoom. Oh, I've just seen that message has just come through from my work to say that Diabetes UK has been cancelled, probably because of coronavirus. And then paneer, tomato and kale sarg from East by Mira Sodha. So this is the stuff that's going to go on the potatoes. I've just chopped all that up and toasted the seeds. The potatoes are in the oven, and now I'm about to start on the curry. So yeah, going to be listening to my audiobook and doing all of that. Dinner is made. Look at these potatoes. Roast potatoes with this sort of deliciousness on, and then here's the paneer curry. Yeah, and I'm about to dish it up.
Ah, oh my god. Wow, this looks delicious.
To the act, a little trumpet flower like a twist of paper unfurling to show its interior blue.
It's night time. Well, it's almost 9:30. Got my halo. It's almost 9:30. Should we move that so we don't see it? And I've settled in bed for the evening. Now, I've got 2 hours 8 minutes of my audiobook left. I've read 11 hours 36 so far. I can't believe there was a world where I was like, oh, I'll get to 16 hours today, and then that means I'll only have 8 hours to do tomorrow. I still don't know whether or not I'm going to do this, because I think I could probably get to 13, maybe 13 and a half. Maybe I'll finish this. I don't know. But yeah, that means, say I get to 14 hours. I don't think it's going to happen. I've still got to do 10 hours tomorrow. Now, I haven't got plans tomorrow now. I was due to go and see my cousin Laura, but I'm actually going to go and see her another time now. So, I've got a bit of tea on my old bedside table there. So, I have got, the diary is empty tomorrow. So yeah, so I've just got to crack on really. So I've got to stop talking to you guys and crack on. So turn this off, start that, turn this off, start reading this. I've just done 13 hours. Say hi, David.
Hello.
So yeah, 11 to go now. It's just gone 11. I've got to go to sleep. Reading lots takes it out of you, doesn't it, David?
Yes.
How many hours have you read today? Put your boobs out on camera.
I have. How long have I read? For about 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even read. I just watched you read.
Oh. Yeah, so I think the plan is I'll get up the same time tomorrow, about 7. Read and just try and read as much as possible.
Just read until 6.
I've got to say though, I have enjoyed dedicating large chunks of time to reading. It's very rare that I would sit and read for like 2 hours non-stop. Normally I read sort of like 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, go and do something, da-da-da. So yeah, just sitting in bed and reading for long chunks of time is really nice. But yeah, I'm really tired. So night bedtime now. David's already gone to bed. What are you going to do tomorrow while I'm reading for 11 hours?
Don't know.
Are you missing me?
Yeah.
Are you? Because I haven't really been very present. Oh, I'll have to find time for you tomorrow somehow.
It's okay.
I don't know how, but somehow.
You can't, it's okay. You're married to the job.
Right, well, night guys, I'll see you in the morning. Say night David.
Night.
Do the little hand again. Cute. It's time for more reading. Morning, David. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
What have you got planned for today, David?
Nothing.
I've got a Reba. I better get going right now, actually. I've been awake 20 minutes and I haven't read anything, and that is just not acceptable under the circumstances.
What a waste.
I'm going to get going now. I'll put my timer on. Finished! Just finished Fleishman is in Trouble over breakfast. Itchy nose. I enjoyed this more than I thought I was going to enjoy this. I didn't love it though, but I mean, I got through it. You're following Toby Fleishman, who's a doctor, and you're finding out all about his life and how screwed over by his ex-wife he's been. And you're also following the narrative of one of his best friends from college, I think. Yeah, it's just a sort of a ride through their lives basically, and then it's split into 3 parts, and the first part's sort of like all about Toby and how he's been so fucked over and everything, and then the second part is, what's the second part entitled? One moment. The second part's entitled God, What an Idiot He Was, where he's sort of like realising his undoing, and then the last section's about his wife Rachel. Yeah, I found it okay. I found it quite engaging. I was quite keen to, I was happy to read along with it, to keep reading it. I didn't feel like it wasn't a chore to go back to. But yeah, for me it was just a little bit too much sort of man. But yeah, I sort of in the last chapter sort of made up for that a little, the last part sort of made up for that a little bit. But yeah, it was okay. It was just okay. I think that's a 2-star if just okay is just okay. So that's that. Now on to, so how far are we? I think I'm at like 14 hours. I'm 14 hours and 48 minutes. So now the next options are, the next 2 books I've got that are on the Women's Prize long list that I actually own, because I'm still waiting for my library books to come in. I've got Girl, Woman, Other by Bernadine Evaristo, and I've also got The Dutch House by Anne Patchett. So I'm going to pick up one of these today at some point. But I've also got out from the library, which has only just come out. It's the 3rd volume of Heartstopper by Alice Oseman, which is a graphic novel following these 2 guys here. Lovely boyfriends, Charlie and Nick, I think they're called. Yeah, Charlie and Nick. I read the first 2 volumes of this when I was away last year with on my little booktuber holiday, which was nice. So at some some point I will read that, and that will probably take me about an hour to read. So that I'm going to sit down and just have a read. Maybe I'll do that before I start my next book. Maybe. And I've still got how long left on this audiobook? An hour and 35 minutes left on the audiobook. So yeah, so those are the plans for the rest of the day. I suppose I better get in the shower. I'm going to get in the shower and listen to a bit more of the audiobook. And yeah, and then I'll start some reading. I feel a bit more confident today that I'm going to do it. Yesterday I didn't think that I was, but today I feel like maybe I could do it because I've got less than 10 hours to go now, and it's almost 10, so I could do it. I could do it. I decided to go for Heartstopper Volume 3 before I start on one more of the Women's Prize long list. David's just nipped to the loo, but actually David's taking part in a challenge this year where he's trying to watch, is it 50 new films, David, or 100? 100. 100 new films this year. So he thought, while I'm doing my reading challenge this weekend, he's going to crack on with his watching his film challenge. So he's actually watching, is this Incredibles 2? Yeah. He's watching Incredibles 2. What number new film is that this year?
I think this might be number 20.
Number 20. Oh, you're definitely ahead of schedule then.
I know.
He's doing very well. So he's going to watch this and then he's going to crack on with another. So yeah, I'm going to start with, no, I'm not, I've already started. I'm going to now sit and read Heartstopper, which I imagine I'll probably do in one sitting, which is just quite nice. And then I'll start on with some more Women's Prize, and I've got about 100 minutes. No, I can't talk. And then I've got about an hour left on my audiobook. But I might walk to the shop and pop my headphones in and do that. Although it's raining. Oh, it's sunny and raining. How lovely. So yeah, I better get on with this. Now I've got to get out the chair and turn the camera off. Beep. I finished this. It was the cutest ever. Very cute, such a cute series, lovely, and really, really nice illustrations, and you just can't stop but enjoy them. I've got this on quite low, so I'm going to have to go angled like that. So we are now approaching midday, and I've done 16 hours and 16 minutes, so less than 8 hours to do the rest of the day. I think there's a chance I could do this. So now I think I'm just going to do a little bit of editing of the stuff that I've got so far. And then I'm going to start either the Dutch House or Girl, Woman, Other. I'm not sure what yet. But I think I can do it.
Holly Devan has written to me to say she's decided my mother was a great Irish feminist. She was a great Irish disaster, I want to tell Holly. She was a great piece of anguish.
Audiobook completed, 1 star. Didn't enjoy it. It just felt like I was being spoken at rather than to, and if I lost the thread of it, I couldn't get back into it, and yeah, it just wasn't for me, sadly. Now I have returned it on Audible for that very reason, because I didn't enjoy it. So I've got 1 credit, and I'm just going to go into my wish list now, just into the wish list. And Noughts and Crosses I'm going to get eventually, because we're reading that for my book club in a few months' time. So these are the 3 I've got on here for that were on the Women's Prize long list, keep saying it. Dominicana by Angie Cruz, Nightingale Point by Luann Goldie, and How We Disappeared by Jing Jing Lee. So I'm going to listen to a sample of all of these and then pick which one I'm going to get, and then I'm going to buy it. I went for Nightingale Point. I haven't heard much about this one, so excited. And it's 10 hours and 17 minutes. David's watching Solo. And I'm about to start Girl, Woman, Other. Let's do it. Oh, let's start my timer. Good God, I can't start my book without starting my timer. Let's go. It's been going well. These are my headphones. I've listened to loads of my audiobook, really enjoying Nightingale Point. It's a multi-perspective account of living in a certain, well, I don't actually know whereabouts it is. It's a tower block, I don't know where, from different perspectives, and they all sound like they're interlinking so far. So I've only listened to a couple of hours, but very much enjoying it. Yeah, really enjoying it. Actually, I've just realised the tagline on that is 1 ordinary day, 1 extraordinary event, their lives changed forever. So it's building up to something happening. So very much enjoying that. I'm going to listen to a little bit more of that. Which has been good, because I've just been getting on with other stuff. I've had my headphones in and I've just been getting on with other stuff and listening to it, so very much enjoying. And then I've also been reading Girl, Woman, Other. Read about, how many pages? 81 pages now. That was a lovely angle. So yeah, so I'm going to listen to a little bit more. We're really ahead of, like, I think I'm going to do it, you know. We're on 19 hours and 22 minutes and it's 10 to 4 at the moment. So if I can get to 21 hours by, am I going to do that? Is that even possible? Yeah, if I could get to 21 hours by 6, then that's so doable than doing 3 hours this evening. So yeah, I'm going to stop talking and get on with it because I reckon I could do it. How are you, David?
What?
He's on his 3rd film of the day.
Yeah.
And Minnie's just snoozing there, which is a bit awkward because it means I can't put my feet on my footstool, but hey, I love her, even though she's hit me today. I still love her. I've just hit 21 hours reading. And it's 5:30. I'm starving. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to have a bath now. And read Go One Another in the bath. And also carry on listening to Nightingale Point because I'm really, really enjoying it. I didn't realise, because I hadn't read a blurb or anything. Well, I think I must have read a blurb when I first went through the long list, but I hadn't realised like what the book involved. So I didn't realise there was going to be an event. I thought it was more of a sort of like study of these people, and something really bad's just happened. So I'm going to carry on. David's missing me terribly. He's ever so bored and lonely. But there's a programme on at 8 o'clock that we're going to watch together called Race Around the World, that we watched the first series of just over Christmas. So we didn't realise there was a second series coming, so we're very excited. So we're going to watch that at 8. Hopefully coincide that with some dinner. I'm going to get in the bath now. I need to warm up. My hands are freezing. And I feel like a bath is going to really warm me up. And I'm going to get some more reading done. So I'm going to go do that. I think I'll probably finish my nectarine first though. I've got 1 hour and 26 minutes left until you can have your girlfriend back, David. Feeling very, very pleased. I can't believe it. I never thought I would do it. I never thought, well, I can't celebrate yet. It hasn't yet happened. So yeah, so dinner's just gone in the oven. That's going to take about 30 minutes. The programme we want to watch is on at 8. What time is it now? 7:15. We can have that coleslaw with that dinner as well, by the way. Nice. So yeah, so I'm going to read Girl, Woman, Other for a bit. And yeah, what are you going to do?
Whatever.
Bits. We are in the last 45 minutes. And I've got a banana with... That's a me. Look how small that little banana is. With peanut butter. And I'm going to read some Girl, Woman, Other. There's 45 minutes to go. It's just gone 9 o'clock. So yeah, completely doable. I can't believe it. I'm so delighted. But yeah, don't get too excited. Let's just actually get there first.
Distant friend. They are my boys, Harris. They have no one else. No one. Rooms destroyed. Many missing. 3.
I've done it! Oh my God, I've done it! Wow. That was an experience. Do you know what? I really enjoyed it. I got loads of reading done. And it was really nice to sit and read for like prolonged periods of time. But it's ever so unsociable. David's been just on his own all weekend. Went and did Parkrun yesterday. I would definitely do it again, but I think maybe I'd take a half day on the Friday so I could take in some of my hours on the Friday. Do some more hours on the Friday. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Well done, me. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of the video. I finished 7 books in total, which I'm really pleased about. And I'd started some of those before the weekend. So 7 books in total was really good. And I'm halfway through an audiobook and Girl, Woman, Other now as well, which I'm really loving, by the way. I think this is going to be one of my favourite books of the year. Really, really loving it. So yeah, so thanks for joining me. It feels like quite an anticlimax now. I'm like, oh, well, that's all over now, so bye. But that's all over now, so bye. See you soon. Bye.